Hey there, fellow money hounds. If you've ever barked up the wrong tree trying to save cash, and let's face it, you've probably failed a bunch, it's not your fault. You just lacked the Paw-some strategies and tools. So buckle up, because today I'm spilling 8.5 proven ways to save money faster, backed by science, that'll make building your nest egg feel effortless. I'm your furry finance guru, Sheba from Sheba Finance, here to fetch you real actionable wisdom without the hype. We'll dive into reframing your spending like a pro, ditching cheap junk for smart buys, joining savings challenges that actually stick, customizing your emergency fund, hitting wealth targets, maxing out free money from work, affording cars without going broke, focusing on true value, and a sneaky separation trick to outsmart ads. By the end, you'll have a roadmap to stash more cash without feeling deprived. Let's dig in. All right, pack hunters, let's dig into the first strategy that's going to change how you look at every single purchase. I call it the pineapple pizza rule, and trust me, it's positively genius. Here's the deal. Personal finance can feel like chasing your own tail, super confusing, right? When I first got serious about saving, I had no clue what half the terms even meant, so I created this simple mental trick to make every spending decision crystal clear. Whenever you're about to buy something that's not a pineapple pizza or whatever your absolute favorite treat is, just ask yourself, how many pineapple pizzas is this worth? Picture this. You're eyeing a $70 fancy candle. You know a small pineapple pizza costs $7. Boom! That candle just became 10 pineapple pizzas. Do you really want to trade 10 delicious, cheesy, pineapple-y slices of heaven for a candle you'll burn in like 3 weeks? You don't have to use pineapple pizza. It can be coffee dollars, hot dog dollars, new sneaker dollars, whatever makes your tail wag the hardest. The point is, you're forcing yourself to compare the purchase to something you truly love and know you'll enjoy. Suddenly, a lot of wants turn into, maybe not worth it. This little reframe alone has saved me thousands because it makes the trade-off feel real and emotional, not just numbers on a screen. Next up, strategy number 2. The absolute price rule, or why buying the cheapest thing almost always costs you more in the long run. Back when I was scraping by, I was obsessed with the lowest sticker price. $60 jeans? Nah, I'll grab the $12 ones from the discount bin. Sound familiar? Problem was, those cheap jeans fell apart in 2 months. Holes in the knees, zipper broke, I was replacing them constantly. Turns out, focusing only on the absolute price ignores the hidden costs, replacement, repairs, time wasted, and frustration. Now I use the cost per use method, way smarter. Real life example? I was addicted to iced coffee from cafes. $7 a pop, 5 days a week. That's $1,820 a year flying out the window. So I thought, what if I make cafe quality coffee at home? I found a solid used espresso machine for $500. Sounds expensive, right? But divide 500 by 365 days equals $1.37 per coffee. Use it for 2 years, now it's 68 cents per cup. Compare that to $7 every single day. My fluffy tail was wagging hard after that math. The lesson? Don't just look at what it costs today. Look at what it costs over time. Quality items that last longer or save you recurring expenses are almost always the better financial move. Moving right along, my furry friends, strategy number 3 is a game changer, jumping into a savings challenge. Because let's be real, saving money can feel like herding cats, or in my case, chasing squirrels. It's an uphill battle. Our brains are wired to stick with old habits, like that comfy spot on the couch. But science from books like The Power of Habit says the key is breaking those spending loops with accountability and a clear plan. That's why I got hooked on savings challenges. They turned my saving game from meh to Paw-some. I saved way more after joining one with real structure and group vibes.
Strategy 4, the 036 rule, my go-to for building a rock-solid emergency fund before you even think about investing or debt payoff. I've followed this since my first 9-to-5 gig, and it's kept me from fetching financial disasters. You know the basic rule, save 3 to 6 months of living expenses. Solid start, but we can tailor it to your life because not everyone's in the same doghouse. Enter the 036 rule for that custom fit. Start with the baseline. Everyone saves at least 3 months of expenses. No ifs, ands, or buts. Then customize. Got kids or dependents? Add 0 to 3 months more. Those little pups need extra padding. Next, your job and industry. Can you quit today and land something tomorrow? Or is it cyclical with slow hiring? Add 0 to 3 months based on that stability. Finally, income streams. Got more than one? If it's easy to generate cash quick, add 0 to 3 months. The more streams, the less you might need stashed. For me, baseline 3 months, no pups, so 0. Self-employed in high-demand content creation, skills transfer easy, but income varies, so +2. Multiple streams, +0. Total, 5 months. A few years back on Wall Street, baseline 3, no kids, +0, stable job, +0, multiple streams, +0, stuck at 3 months. Bottom line, more income sources and job demand means less in the fund. This rule keeps you prepared without overstashing. Smart, right? Strategy 5 is straight from the book The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas Stanley, and let me tell you, this one's a real tail whacker. It might just be the biggest motivator to ramp up your saving and wealth building game. It puts you on this wealth triangle, UAW, AAW, or PAW, underaccumulator, average, or prodigious accumulator of wealth. When I crunched my numbers and saw I was an AAW, it lit a fire under my paws to push harder. Here's how the wealth triangle rule works. Super simple math to gauge where you stand based on age and income. Take your age, multiply by your pre-tax annual income, then divide by 10. That's your expected net worth target. Example, you're 35, pulling in $150,000 a year. 35 times 150K equals $5.25 million. Divide by 10, 525,000. So aim for around that in net worth, assets minus debts. Now compare your actual net worth. If it's half or less, like $262,500 here, you're a UAW, underaccumulator. Time to tighten the leash on spending. Around the target, $525,000, AAW, solid but room to grow. Double or more, $1.05 million plus, PAW, prodigious, you're fetching wealth like a pro. This isn't to make you feel rough if you're lower on the triangle. It's a benchmark to get excited or motivated. Strive for that PAW status. One caveat, it doesn't work great for folks under 21 who haven't started earning yet. Use it as future goals. Number 6, the 401k rule. And I don't bark this often, but if you've got a 401k at work, check for an employer match. It's literally free money. Contribute enough to max it out, or you're leaving cash on the table. I only had this perk during my finance days, and even there, savvy folks skipped it. Wild. In 2023, average matches were 4 to 6% of salary. Say you earn $65K with a 6% match, put in $3,900, employer adds another $3,900, boom, $7,800 total. Plus, a study showed 401k tax advantages and savings boost returns by about 7.3% annualized. Doesn't sound huge? Over decades with hundreds of thousands invested, plus lower taxable income, it adds up to serious bones. If your job offers it, prioritize this before other investments. It's the easiest win for retirement savings. Don't let it slip through your paws.
Strategy 7 tackles America's top wealth killer, cars. Enter the 24-10 rule, your secret weapon to afford wheels without letting them drive your finances into the ditch. Warren Buffett's wisdom applies here too, but let's break it down. AAA says the average car ownership cost hit $894 a month in 2022. Ouch! That's gas, insurance, maintenance, eating your budget like a squirrel on nuts. So the 24-10, 20 for down payment. Put at least 20% down up front. Lenders might let you slide with less, but they'll jack up monthly payments and interest. Say no thanks. Bigger down payment equals less debt, lower costs long term. Next, 4 for financing years. Cap your loan to 4 years max. Longer terms mean more interest piling up, and shady deals might hike rates after year 5. Keep it short to save big. Finally, 10 for monthly income cap. Car expenses, payments, insurance, gas, fixes should eat no more than 10% of your gross monthly income. Can't hit all 3? That dream ride might need to stay in the garage. Opt for something possible instead. Follow this and you'll cruise toward wealth without detours. Strategy 8. Shift from price to value. Because as Buffett says, price is what you pay, value is what you get.
This isn't just for stocks, it's everyday spending gold. An item's price, just the tag. Value, how it solves problems, boosts joy, transforms your day. True value equals benefits minus cost. The trap, obsessing over price builds a scarcity mindset. You'll skimp on everything, burn out, and binge later. Instead, give yourself permission to spend, but wisely. Aggressively splurge on high-value stuff that sparks real joy or productivity, while ruthlessly cutting low-value junk. Example, that $5 iced coffee, if it makes you happier, more focused, less stressed, its value crushes the price. Enjoy it guilt-free. But that impulse gadget gathering dust? Low value. Skip it. This mindset shift lets you save without deprivation. Live now while building for tomorrow. It's not about hoarding till you're ancient. It's balanced, tail-wagging finance. And now for the 8.5. It's actually two half tips smashed together. The separation rule, which I've been using for years and has clawed back thousands from sneaky marketers. Big companies like Amazon, Apple, Samsung, they pour billions into cracking your spending code. Ads everywhere. TV, social, email blasts, texts. You think it doesn't affect you? Studies say it sneaks into our subconscious, making budgets go poof. My fix? The separation rule. Create a dedicated shopping email just for promotions, like shiba.shopaholic@gmail.com. When a store asks for your email, give them that one. All the tempting deals land there, not cluttering your main inbox. No daily temptations means less impulse buys. But when you want to shop, Black Friday, birthday, whatever, log in and hunt for coupons on your terms. You're in control, not the ads. Paw-some way to save without missing out. Finally, that 0.5 teaser. Even with all these strategies, you might still feel like your savings aren't stacking up fast enough. That's okay. It could be because you're missing the easiest budgeting hack that even billion-dollar companies swear by. Click that card up there to find out how to effortlessly save more using their secret strategy. There you have it, Money Mutts. 8.5 science-backed ways to save faster without the struggle. From pineapple pizza reframes and cost-per-use smarts to savings challenges, custom emergency funds, wealth triangles, maxing 401k matches, the 24/10 car rule, value-focused spending, and that clever separation trick. Remember, building wealth is a marathon, not a sprint. Stay consistent, and you'll be rolling in bones before you know it. If this fetched you some value, smash that like button, subscribe for more Paw-some finance tips, drop a comment with your biggest saving win or struggle, and share this with a friend who's chasing their tail on money matters. Catch you in the next one. Stay financially fit.